It was an average day. I was sitting down at my desk. I was playing Elden Ring. Fighting Millennia, as you do. But I just wasn't feeling the spark I usually do. It was odd. I'm usually not too big a fan of the fight, but I still have fun. But then it hit me. After 9 whole playthroughs, and much more on console, the game just gets a little bit stale, you know? And I wasn't just doing standard strength builds. I was using different equipment, different spells, getting different endings, doing different NPC quests. And then I realized what it was. I've done everything. I've gotten all 42 achievements. I've fought and killed every single boss. I've just done too much of the game. And now I've got nothing left. I mean, except for PvP, but that's for a future video. In my hubris, I've played this game too much, and I don't want to lose one of my favorite games just because there's no more content. In an act of desperation, I opened YouTube, and it showed me something. Iron Pineapple's playthrough of Elden Ring Reforged. And so, through divine intervention, I knew how to get a fun new experience in this game that I have played far more than enough of. And I opened Nexus Mods. My first idea for a mod to play was Elden Ring Reforged. Elden Ring Reforged overhauls the entire game. Nearly every feature in Elden Ring is changed in one way or another in Elden Ring Reforged. However, Elden Ring Reforged is the mod that Iron Pineapple covered in his video, and so I decided I should probably not steal his lunch any more than I already am. Please do go and watch that video. It's really good and very funny, and it really gives a good view of Elden Ring Reforged. After some more scrolling, I considered playing Elden Ring Ascended, which is a mod that just increases the difficulty a whole bunch. But here's the thing, I'm not exactly too good at this game, so I also decided to go against playing Ascended. Also, Iron Pineapple made a video about this one too, so oopsie. After all of this scrolling, I began to lose hope. What if there was no mod that could satiate me while still being fun? But then I saw Elden Vins. Elden Vins describes itself as a fast-paced combat overhaul featuring over 40 movesets, over 200 spells, and over 100 Ashes of War reworked, along with lots of changes to movement, items, mechanics, and more. This seemed like it was exactly what I was looking for. As I read about how the mod uses Sekiro-style deflections, animation changes, ultimate arts, reusable consumables and greases, and boss overhauls, I couldn't keep my eyes off of this video. Look at this. Look at this video. How could I not download this? Genuinely, how could I see this and not download it? This video was such effective advertising, I didn't even read the rest of the mod page. I just went over to the download tab and I downloaded the mod. And then I promptly went to bed because it was very late at night, and it's a 4 GB file. As I opened up the game, the first thing I was hit with was a flashing lights warning. So be careful if you're watching this video and you're epileptic, okay? I don't want to get sued. And there was an Albinoric next to the From Software logo. Who invited my man, bro? After spending a little while admiring this very pretty logo, I began a new game. I was immediately hit with custom icons for each new class. And opening it up, I realized that these new classes were absolutely stacked with items. After an actual 10 minutes of trying to decide what class I would play, I eventually settled on the Duelist, the strength-based class. This class starts with the Duelist Great Axe, the Battle Hammer, the Messimer Soldier Axe, the Highland Axe, the Clawmark Seal, Arsenal Charm, Explosive Stone Clumps, and Exalted Flesh. And like a normal person, I chose the Golden Seed as my keepsake. Alright, when you can't think of a name, do what you do best and take a name from something else. This will be... I think this is quite clearly going to be a strength build. Brutish. Hell yeah, Brutish Ulala. Let's do this. And so, the story of Brutish Ulala began. Immediately as the game started, I noticed, oh, alright, we're starting off immediately with a different camera angle? And as I looked at my equipment menu, I noticed a 5th slot for... what? The mod had given me a 5th talisman slot. And the Arsenal Charm no longer increased my equip load. When I saw what this class had equipped, I was worried about my equip load. But what I wasn't aware of is that equip load has been completely neutralized as a problem, and you start with 955. Immediately after, I attempted to two-hand my weapon, which had now been replaced by this incredibly cool animation of the axe just teleporting out of my left hand. In this streak of discoveries, I also found out running was replaced with Nightreign running, and rolling had been replaced with the Bloodborne dash. As I looked further into my inventory, I then discovered that running and rolling weren't the only replaced animations. Yeah, explosive stone. What the fuck? Yo, that was badass. The sentiment of, yo, that was badass, would carry over as I tested the animations of my weapons, too, which had all been changed to these extremely flashy and fancy movesets. Included in this would be the spells I began with, Bestial Sling and Beast Claw. Bestial Sling had been given the treatment of most spells in this mod. It was simply made faster and could be cast while running. However, Beast Claw... whoa, that is a fast Beast Claw. And it can be charged. After getting done messing around with my weapons, I went to pick up the Tarnished Wizened Finger, and I discovered... okay, looks like I've got some reading to do. I picked up 8 different notes about new features in the mod. Recording me was right. I did have a lot of reading to do. To save your time, I'll only go over one of these right now, and I'll talk about the rest of them when they come up. The one I want to bring up right now is the one about aerial movement. Just watch me realize what this means, and you can't not understand. Able in the air to double jump. Air dash, air boost, wall jump up to 5 times. My best guess is that they didn't really realize what this could do or what this could achieve, because this breaks a lot of things in the game. I am kind of confident in myself that I can beat the Grafted Scion. I don't really have the skills to do it just yet, but I believe in myself. As I fought the Grafted Scion, I took note of 2 new features added by the mod. The first was deflecting, which worked about the same as it does in Sekiro. If you put up your guard right as the enemy hits you, you completely negate all damage. The other feature I noticed was that the Bloodborne rally mechanic had been added. After you take damage, for a few seconds your health bar becomes a different color. And when you deal damage to an enemy, you get to regain that health. It's basically just Millennia's Great Rune, but permanent and much stronger. Damn, I got really close, which is shocking. I was not expecting to actually be really close there. As I spawned into the Stranded Graveyard, I found that rather than having to go around the map and find all of the maps, I instead just started with the entire map of Limgrave filled out. This would go on to be how the entire game was. Killing a boss, which then opened up an area, gave me the maps to that entire area. Deciding that I probably need a refresher on combat, I hopped down into the Cave of Knowledge. This place was relatively normal. Nothing really new stuck out to me. Until I entered the boss room to the Soldier of Godric. Fuck. Shit. Okay, this is really bad. And this wasn't just a simple name change. His eyes are glowing red. He has at least 10 times the health he does in vanilla. Luckily for me, it didn't seem like his damage was increased. I gotta be on my A game. Just as I thought it couldn't get any worse. Oh shit! The phase 2, oh god. Rick entered second phase. All of his attacks now had a holy aura, and some of them shot projectiles. I knew I'd be lucky if I could make it out of this fight alive. Oh, I didn't even try the Ash of War. Hold on. Whoa! Why does Lion's Claw make me go so high? After a hard-fought battle, I was on my last legs and definitely not at full health with full flasks. I ended the fight with a Lion's Claw. Oh, man. That was fun. Alright, first modded boss. That was actually pretty fun. I'm already loving this. I'm gonna take that item because verticality isn't an issue. A wall? What do you mean a wall? As I sat at the grace outside the Stranded Graveyard, I took notice of a button that said More Options. And when I clicked on it, it opened up a menu with some incredibly useful options. This menu would be incredibly helpful with the Twin Maiden Shop, weapon reinforcement, spirit tuning, always available at any grace for completely free. This is a feature that I'm quite fond of, and I use for pretty much the entire playthrough. After I had my fill, I went up the elevator and went out into Limgrave. Beautiful. As usual. I then started as I always do and beat the shit out of the Tree Sentinel. Genuinely, I don't know what happens when I fight the Tree Sentinel, but I lock in and I completely fucking demolish it every single time. However, what I didn't consider is that this is modded. This Tree Sentinel isn't like the vanilla one. Yo, that's awesome. They brought the fast Bloodborne healing. That's really cool. Damn. There is no need to be doing all that. I hit B once and I do 15 backflips. Ouch. I just noticed, hold on, I'm 90% sure the only reason I died is because I just realized that does a giant, like, shockwave, like Horaloo. That's sick. Alright, so I'm willing to admit when I don't think I can do something. I don't think I can beat the Tree Sentinel right now. When I was shopping from Kale, I made sure to get the crafting kit and 3 cracked pots. Usually I wouldn't bother purchasing these items as I'd never use them. However, one of the changes that Vins makes is that all consumable items like pots and daggers and such are now reusable infinitely and cost FP. So for a little bit, you're going to see me using bone daggers in my equipment. That's why. Well, now I gotta see Torch Attack. Damn. The one and only Ash of War unchanged by Elden Vins and its Torch Attack. Looks like you just can't improve on perfection. For my first open world adventure, I decided to head to the Groveside Cave. That's the one right next to the main path with the wolves and the Beastman of Farum Azula. Speaking of the Beastman. Hello, Beastman of Farum Azula. What? They changed the fucking Beastman of Farum Azula. Much like the Soldier of God, the Beastman had been changed to incorporate Ancient Dragon Lightning into its moveset. Yeah, it makes sense, actually. It makes perfect sense, you know? I have all this extra power, why shouldn't they? It would be boring if I were super extremely overpowered and then they were just their regular easy selves. When I tell you, I spent over 10 minutes fighting the Beastman of Farum Azula, a boss that I can usually kill in 30 seconds. Know that I am embarrassed to say that I elected not to fight it at this point in the game because it was too strong for me. The Beastman of Farum Azula was too strong for me. Damn. Okay, so what I'm picking up here is that I'm not ready for this boss yet, which is crazy to say about the Beastman of Farum Azula. But this boss is too strong for me to beat right now. And that is okay. That is fine. I will go do something else with my time, because clearly that is not working. After that horrifically devastating loss, yes, I was trying to be calm about how embarrassed I was about how hard the Beastman of Farum Azula was kicking my ass. I decided to just head to the gate front like a normal person playing this game. As I carved my way through the gate front, I had an opportunity. You see, when you land enough hits or get enough perfect deflects in Elden Vins, you get what is called an ultimate art. An ultimate art is the ultimate attack that a weapon has. They're unique to each weapon type, asterisk, and they're usually by far the strongest thing you can pull off. And I just got it off this Godric Knight. I'm gonna use the ultimate art. What the fuck? Oh my god. Is that a spirit bomb? That attack just dealt 3,000 damage. That poor Godric soldier just got atomized by a fucking spirit bomb. After that attack genuinely left me speechless, I ran over to the Grace and got Melina and my horse, and I put my first few levels into more health. After that display with the Beastman of Farum Azula, I really did not want to get my ass beat by a random fodder again. And then I began to theory craft on what build I wanted to make. What about a quality build? I've never done a quality build before. As I move to fight the Knight's Cavalry, you'll notice that I'm now using the Lordsworn's Greatsword. Due to this mod removing stat requirements entirely, I can be a lot more liberal with the weapons that I use, so you're gonna see me switching quite a bit before I land on the weapon that I use for a majority of my playthrough. But that's not until I reach Mount Gelmir, so that's gonna be a while. As I fought the Cavalry of the Night, I got another opportunity to test out an ultimate art. Ultimate art. What the hell? That was awesome. Okay, I've said that was awesome about a lot of things in this mod. That was the most awesome thing yet. I think the Lordsworn Greatsword is staying. That was so cool. I've been cutting around it, but you would not believe. I am only like an hour into my 3-hour long footage that I'm editing, and I have said that was awesome about like every single thing I've seen. Yo! Even new crit animations. The Knight's Cavalry, obviously, it's the Knight's Cavalry. It's easy as ever. Ooh, Kaiden gauntlets. Good thing I don't have to worry about weight. Hey, wait a minute. They really wanted to make sure that equip load was not a problem in the slightest. Even after setting your equip load to such an absurd number, they still went out of their way to make every armor cost nothing. I then moved to go fight Darriwil. Hello, Darriwil. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I was not strong enough to beat Darriwil. It's kind of a crazy thing to say. He just had too much health was the problem. The global health increase of every single enemy did have the side effect of some enemies have a lot of health. And I just could not whittle him down enough. I did find out that parries had a new animation, though. Whoa. Yo, that was sick. Damn. I just don't think I'm strong enough. I just don't think I'm strong enough. Which is crazy with the moves I'm doing with this greatsword, but I just don't think I'm strong enough. I promise, not every single optional boss will end up this way. However, there are much more important matters to attend to. Torrent has been replaced by a falling star beast. What the hell? Sure. And thus I rode my full-grown falling star beast all the way to the Weeping Peninsula to go take on the first legacy dungeon of the game, Castle Morn. On my way there, I took a pit stop at this merchant and I saw a strange item he had for sale. That's a gun. That's just a gun. Crossbow is just a gun. This is a gun. Fuck it, dude. Give me the bastard sword. Give me the gun. Unfortunately, I never actually ended up testing the gun. I think I just forgot. I'm assuming it works as a parry function like in Bloodborne, but for all I know, I missed out on being able to use an actual proper like instant kill gun. Moving swiftly on from the acquisition of a firearm, I decided to take on the next Knight's Cavalry, the one with the flail. I'm confident in my abilities. The fight went about as you'd expect. It's the Knight's Cavalry. However, at the end of the fight, I got an ultimate art charge. And I decided to swap the flail to use a spirit bomb. That's right, I'm finishing him off with a spirit bomb. A large explosion right next to a nomadic merchant. I'm sure you can see where this is going. I just hurt the merchant. And I didn't even kill the boss. I just hurt the merchant and didn't even kill the boss. Wonderful display there, Seven. Guess I should be careful about the people around me. Upon going to calm down the merchant with very smooth and non-violent ways, I discovered the funniest thing the mod adds. I present to you Spinning Chain. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Come at me. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Show me what you got. This is the funniest thing added by the mod so far. Not even so far. This is the funniest thing added by the mod by far. Come at me, man. I didn't even mean to hurt you, but I will finish what I accidentally started. This is hilarious. This is so funny. Oh my god. Same weapon that used Dante's fucking Cerberus moveset, by the way. That's so funny. Genuinely, that's the funniest shit ever. That is the funniest shit ever. Oh my god. The absolute peak of comedy aside, I then proceeded to head to Castle Morn. Or, at least I was going to. Instead, I found the waygate that sends you to Leyendell early, and then the Guardian Golems woke up, and then I fell off this cliff fighting them. You didn't see that. And I entirely forgot about Castle Morn. Completely slipped my mind. He followed me down. After finishing what I started with the golems, I went back to the gate front to go do my usual routine of killing Agheel for a lot of early runes. Little did I know. Agheel, son of the tyrant? Why are you a ghost flame dragon? Agheel, why did they make you a ghost flame dragon? Agheel, why are you a ghost flame dragon? Agheel, why do you have a title? Agheel, why do you have so much health? Agheel, why are your moves special? Holy shit, did they make Agheel a challenge? Please tell me they made Agheel special. I think they made Agheel special. Allow me to explain why I was so shocked. I love dragon bosses. Agheel was the very first boss I ever defeated in Elden Ring, not counting the Soldier of Godric. And so seeing Agheel finally be given the light of day, it really meant something to me. It did. And boy, believe me when I tell you, this fight was fun. I will play it in its entirety. Please enjoy. What? Agheel, why do you have flame lightning? They made Agheel into a jagged peak drake. Oh my god! Maybe you're much closer relative to Bale than I thought you were. Goodness gracious. I was expecting a lot of things when I opened this mod. Agheel being a ghost flame dragon with jagged peak drake abilities is not even close to being on the list of things I expected. Where are you even getting all of this magma? When Bale does it, it makes sense, because you're fighting Bale on top of a volcano. But, like, where are you getting all of this lava? Oh! Agheel. This is so fun. This is so fun. Genuinely, this is really, really fun. Hi, Crab. Crab, I'm kind of in the middle of something here. Hey, Agheel, you want to, like, pause for a second, beat up this crab? Thanks. Agheel killing the crab just gave me my flask. Oh my god. Agheel did that on purpose. He knew I would have died. Oh, okay, that was a fun fight. That was a really fun fight. Who made that? That was Agheel as seen in the Alternate Minor Boss Collection 1 by Lewinger. Please go show this person some love. Every single boss change that they made that is included in Elden Vins is absolutely phenomenal. I'll bring up other boss changes and who they're made by when they come up, because all of them are really good, except for one. But we'll get to that when the time comes. It says here, Lewinger changes Renala, Rykard, Godric, the Regal Ancestor Spirit, Electo, Loretta, the Magma Worm, Gaius, and the Erdtree avatars. So I'm really excited to see what else Lewinger did. Nereus? There he is. Hey, Nereus. It looks like Seamless lets you... Whoa. Whoa, you're fast. Whoa, you're fast. Is that how fast I move? Oh my god. I didn't realize I moved so fast. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no, I was right. Yura, help. Yura, help. Oh my god. Okay, so that confirms enemy tarnished also have all of the things that I have. The common cause fight is going to be so awesome. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, that's completely unavoidable. That's completely unavoidable. Okay. I see you glowing. Use your ult. Use your ult, goddammit. I see you glowing. Alright. We're chilling, Yura. We're chilling. I forgot to test the gun. That's how insane this has been so far. I forgot to test the gun. It was about midnight, and I was recording for like 3 hours. So I don't think I had the energy to comment on how awesome the dagger moveset is. Look at this. All daggers just do this now. Like, this is awesome, and I didn't say anything about it while I was recording. I think I just got tired of commenting on how awesome everything is. Okay, I've been cutting around it. After every single thing I do, I say, wow, this is awesome. Because, like, it is, though. It is. Alright, time to not kill Patches. I am not going to accidentally kill Patches. I was extremely scared that I would accidentally kill Patches. Fears for which I quickly found a solution. Holy shit, being unarmed actually does damage. I am going to punch the shit out of Patches. I am going to punch the shit out of Patches. However, in my infinite wisdom, I forgot Patches would also have an Elden Vins moveset, so I had nothing to be afraid of. I forgot that they have the movesets too. Despite the fact that I literally just got beat up by one like 3 seconds ago, I forgot they have the special movesets too. If I can provide one piece of feedback for the creator of Elden Vins, I think it would be really, really funny if Patches just had the regular Elden Ring moveset. And you could just dog on him with the special, super awesome shit. Why is Patches actually being a problem? I loathe to admit it, but Patches was actually kind of beating my ass. I haven't seen this footage since I recorded it, and it's been like 3 months. This is kind of embarrassing to watch. His great shield combos are evil. Getting beat up by Patches wasn't all bad, though. Check out this sick deflect combo. Didn't kill Patches. Let's go. Alright. Well, I'm counting Patches as the final boss of this play session. I don't actually know if I'm gonna make this like a series of videos or if I'm just gonna make it one long big episode like the Iron Pineapple video. My very final thoughts are, holy shit, that's awesome. That's all of my thoughts. That's all of my thoughts on Elden Vins so far. That is awesome. And so concludes my first play session of Elden Vins. I gotta say, I did not want to make this a multi-part video. I really did not want to split this into multiple parts. However, this video is 45 minutes long, and that was session 1. There are 12. I recorded 12 sessions of me playing this mod, so I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to split this up. So I'm real sorry to you comedically long video enjoyers, my fellow comedically long video enjoyers, but this is multiple parts. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe and all of those other things. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, see you next time I upload, which will probably be the next part. I don't know. I do plan on making an unloop video sometime soon, so maybe keep an eye out for that. I've really got nothing else to say. Thank you for watching.